Here we have Nora's breaststroke. Again, need to get off that heel, pushing down a little bit on that starting block to drive things up. I would like her to push back on the block a little bit more to drive her body forward. Really think about that back leg as the one that gets your body in motion, and then your front foot is the one that gets your body out. Right now, the way you're set up, that front leg is really just kind of pushing down on the block, where you need to think about pushing back. Get you moving forward on the entry. Pretty good, maybe a little on the deep side. I know with breaststroke we do typically want to be a little bit deeper, but you did have pretty good timing. I think just the ascent to the surface is a little bit more of an angle than what I would like to see, but it's not too bad. Sometimes just getting onto a different starting block will make that happen. I like the shoulder shrug you've got going on through here. I think with how you've got things set up, we need to work with the timing a little bit on your breaststroke. Normally what I would suggest is actually kicking just a little bit sooner, so that as you come up, you're then going to have a lot of power just shooting you forward. You're kind of coming up, dropping down, and then going forward. So we need to be able to, once you're at your highest point, get that kick in, and then get that wave style, that butterfly feel to your breaststroke. As we watch you come into the wall here, you're going to do what pretty much everybody else is doing, is you're kind of looping around. A lot of times that's just one of those byproducts, the habits that you get into during practice and having a circle swim. I'd like to see you come in to that wall and then come straight back out and having that straight line feel. Keep coming in and out of those same lines that you come in on. One of the ways to be able to do that is really thinking about driving your knees up underneath you and getting tucked up into a ball. So it's going to be very similar to doing like a reverse flip turn for your breaststroke and your butterfly open turns. Get you moving forward here. Pretty good depth going on there. Getting that dolphin kick in, which is good. Might be able to get just a little bit deeper off of that turn because your heels are hitting the surface at that point in time. So get a little bit more depth. As we go through, I think because of that timing, you're having to work a lot with your arms and upper body, and so you're starting to kind of wear down at this point in time. So we'll take a look at that timing, see what we can do in order to really kind of pull things together for you and make it a really nice looking breaststroke. But very good finish there at the end, getting in on a nice long stroke. Nice job, Nora. Here's Nora's breaststroke. See her, she goes down real deep. Pretty good pull out right there. And her head is looking right for the surface. We want to make sure that those eyes stay down. Part of what you're doing is to come up real fast, so be a little bit more patient with that pull out, so then you've got the ability to just use your body's natural buoyancy to come up towards the surface. As we kind of go through things, looks like your kick does a pretty good job of propelling you forward. Make sure you do get those feet all the way together to finish that kick. That's one of those ways that you know that your kick has finished what it's doing. One other thing I like to always think about as work with breaststrokers on their kick is get the little bit of a downward chop at the very end of it. As we see you come through this pull out, you do a pretty good job on your depth. You're not real deep, but again, you're lifting your head up, and that's pulling you up way too soon, so you're hitting the surface. As we look at your hands, doing a pretty good job of keeping things going. The one thing as you're kind of shooting down and forward is you're almost shooting more down versus being able to shoot those arms forward. So really think about trying to get it so that those arms are always going forward. Some of that is just being able to keep those hands out in front just a little bit further so you can tuck up those elbows. But I think you can get just a little bit stronger pull by taking that pull out a little bit wider than your elbows. So take your hands out and get them sweeping out just maybe an inch or two further out on either side, and that'll give you a little bit stronger pull. Keep it up, Nora.